everybody, welcome to your 2015 September stars. This year has gone really fast. It's going really fast. I don't know where half the months have gone. September is going to be an awful lot of changes for us again, a lot of things happening, a lot of profound changes going on around us. I thought this month, because it's quite a big month, I would use my old tarot deck. I don't know if I've got the book for it. My Ciro Margetti, Gateway to the Divine Tarot. So that is the one that I'm using this month, and usually when I use that deck, it's a little bit more focused, it's a little bit more in depth, a lot more thought-provoking than the usual readings that I do, where this will happen in work, this will happen in relationships. It's more focused in. So do remember to look out for your moon sign and your rising sign as well, to give you some extra clarity if it doesn't resonate with you, because they are more focused in. They're not quite as scattered as my other readings, which I'll stick to doing them like that during the week this month. I just thought, with it being September and with it being we've got 2 eclipses this month, so I just thought I'd do a little bit of a deeper reading for you this month. So to have a look at what is going on this month, I'm not going to go into the full astrology because I'm not very good at astrology. I go more off the energies of the full moons and the new moons, so that's what I sort of go through when I go through things. So September the 6th, we have got Venus is finally going direct. This is going to be felt up until October the 8th. Thank goodness. That's really good that it's going forward. But the first 10 days of September are a really important turning point for a lot of us, that reveals the new order or the new way of how we're going to do things. Any changes of heart that came around during the Venus retrograde and have sort of stuck with you, and you've made your decision on those, and any new priorities that you've planned or you thought of, those can now be implemented and put solidly into place. Any bad relationships are now going to be left behind, and we can start to do repair work on that begins on relationships and the projects that have passed the test of the retrograde. On September the 13th 2015, we've got a solar eclipse. It's a new moon in Virgo, and it's really important really important with the new moon in Virgo, and with it being a partial solar eclipse. Remember that eclipses are all about creating changes in your life that you want to last. So focus on issues, focus on wishes that are going to stand the test of time when this solar eclipse comes round. Make your wishes, make your questions, and ask your guides and angels, and ask your higher consciousness, and ask things like, if you're looking for a relationship, what do I need to do to be in order? What do I need to do in order to be in a relationship that serves me and respects me and makes me feel part of a team, that makes me feel good? And when you create wishes and questions like that are designed for the big picture, not temporary, the universe is going to respond to that. And the new moon solar eclipse in Virgo is all about eclipsing the bad out of your life and creating the good that you want to last, that has that lasting duration to stay around as well. Some of the changes that come your way will be fated and destined, and you won't have a chance to not let them happen. There isn't a thing you can do about it for those that are fated. What you can do between now and then is prepare yourself to be okay with any surprises and any changes that come about that you haven't got control about. during the solar eclipse. When the new moon is in Virgo for this eclipse, organisation, responsibility and attention to detail is going to be really important themes of where this is. This is where you're going to see the changes in both your love and your work life. And once you have asked for your wishes, go with the flow as much as you can and let the changes just come in on their own, in their own way, without trying to predict the exact way in which things will happen. Just let it flow, let it come in. We don't know how things are going to happen, you just know that they are going to happen, but we don't know in what way they're going to happen. And then moving on to September the 17th. September the 17th through to October the 9th, we've got Mercury retrograde. And Mercury retrograde is in Libra, so that's in my sign. So Mercury retrograde is the planet that rules communications, travel, short journeys, messages, communication, emails, phone calls, computers, and in any general retrograde period we can always expect delays on all of these matters, and travel or road related hiccups as well. If there is any time of year that you are going to experience any of these delays, it's going to be during the Mercury retrograde. So back up all your technology, back up your disks on your computer, double and triple check travel arrangements, and hand deliver any important documents. Don't let them get lost in the post. Pay extra attention to all that sort of thing. Because this one is happening in Libra, expect messages involving partnerships to have special importance to you. And if you've been waiting for a lover, a past love to come back to you, again, Mercury retrograde, because it's in Libra, which is the zodiac sign of partnerships and balance, it's the time of year when this is most likely to happen, so watch out for that. Now, September the 27th, we've got a full lunar eclipse in Aries, and this supermoon poses a lot of good things. With a full moon in Aries, all the Aries traits are going to come out, so passion, drive, leadership, confidence, and instincts are all going to be highlighted for all of the sun signs to make use of. And we know that with the eclipse moons, when they've got that energy, it's about 10 times more potent than a regular normal full moon is. And so with you've got the Aries energy in there, it's really going to burn fires, and it's going to do that for all the signs in the zodiac. So if you've got any burning drive, any burning desires in your life right now, follow every single instinct, opportunity that comes your way, and if you can do that, you will certainly see some really magical results. And things to avoid during this period that are bad tempers. Walk away from any arguments that come your way during this period, and certainly keep your temper at bay when it comes around, because there'll be a few frayed nerves at this time as well, and a good chance you might want to argue with somebody. So keep that at bay, be careful of that, and just watch out for that. So we've got a lot of interesting things happening this month. Obviously there's a lot of other astrological things as well, but I don't know an awful lot about those, but there's plenty of other readers on there that you can go through and find out every single date of what's going on. I just wanted to highlight the ones that I know of that interest me, and are most prevalent to the energies that I feel and when I do the cards and everything. So there we go. So have a brilliant September. There's going to be an awful lot of things going on, good and bad, for all of us. I say the bad things may be karmic, we might not be able to do much about them, just go with the flow, ride through them, and make sure the good things are the things that we want, that we really want. Make September special, Okay, so on with your stars. Namaste, blessings and light. Thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, your Google Pluses, everything. And if you'd like a private reading from me, just click up in the corner, get yourself booked in for a reading. I'd love to do one for you. And have a great one. Okay, bye. Hi Capricorn, how are you? Right, September 2015. Definitely going too fast. Here's your reading for you. I'll just take this away because we're starting off with the Page of Wands. So you're going to get messages through at the beginning of the month. Maybe from a close friend, from a relative, from a partner. Somebody's coming into your life probably in the form of that close friend, relative, partner, and they're gonna bring happy news. They're going to bring encouraging information to you. That could be any way. It could be via letter, via telephone call. Whatever this news is at the beginning of the month that is coming in for you, it's going to please you greatly. It's something that you've been maybe waiting for. There's some good news coming that's really good at the beginning of the month. There's also indicates that there's a new dawn, there's a new beginning of a phase which you're going through. You need to get more creative. Page of Wands wants you to be more creative, more inspirational. A lot of inspiration coming through, and you can see from the colour of the card there's a lot of passion in that card. Be aware though that the red can also stand for being grounded and also controlling any anger that may come up at the beginning of the month for you. But there's definitely this want or this need for you to be creative, get your imagination going, get your inspiration going. Page of Wands is very fiery, so all of this is going to start to unfold for you at the beginning. I think some of you are going to have some quite challenging things going on at the beginning of the month. You're going to have a really high level of enthusiasm though, and you know that whatever it is you're going to take on or are taking on or already doing, there's going to be commitment involved in that. Money issues should have a positive outlook and will remain so for quite some time. They should be okay for most of the month for you in regards to money. There is happiness coming into your life. It also implies that maybe there's a new love or there's a new romance ahead of you that's coming in, which definitely stands in for a lot of you because you've got the Lovers in the consciousness, but I'll get through to that one in a minute. Now your challenge is the King of Cups. So there is a lot of hard work to do. You know that that is the challenge that you're taking on at the beginning of the month, and you've got the fire within you to be able to do that. It could also stand for somebody who's coming into your life or has just entered your life who may be a water sign, who stands in for the King of Cups. Very fair, very compassionate, very loving. So some of you may have just started or are about to start a relationship with a water sign. They've got a very loving, caring nature. If this person is coming in and they're coming in to assist you, it could be them that are bringing in the happy news and the messages for you. So, or it could be you. If you haven't got this person in your life, it could be you, and you are being fired up, ready to go, ready, creative, and wise as well, and caring and compassionate at the same time at the beginning of the month. Very fantastic leadership qualities. So if any of you are thinking on of taking some sort of leader position, and this is you that we're talking about, it's a really good chance for you to go for it, you know, as a leader of something, as a teacher, as a mentor, something like that, in some sort of career or job situation, or maybe even a mentor or a teacher to somebody younger than yourself, maybe in a family situation. You can take that job on really well, and guide this person where they need to go to. Now in your conscious, we've got the Lovers there. The Lovers is saying that you are thinking of somebody, you have been thinking of somebody. Maybe this is the King of Cups that has just come into your life, but there is a wholeness, there is a unity, a new commitment coming in. Now this can stand for, sometimes it stands for Libra, sometimes it stands for Gemini. But this is love, this is not so much, it's commitment to somebody, to something, to a cause, to a situation. So it's about making life choices as well. So it may not be that you have a romantic partner coming into your life, it may be that you are thinking about making a commitment to something. And that commitment is going to take you far, and you know that it will take you far as well. It's being at harmony with something, either a situation or a person. I think for most of you at the beginning of the month, I think this is maybe some sort of romantic union that is going on. It's definitely in the forefront of your mind, a marriage of some sort. Because in the subconscious as well, we've got the Ace of Cups, so there is this mutual love, there's a well-matched couple at the beginning of the month. So if you're either just about to meet someone, you've just met someone, you're in a long-standing relationship, but it's deeper, it's better than things from the past. If you're in a long-standing relationship and there's been any problems, they're going to be overcome. The old bonds are still there, the bonds are still strong enough for you to stay together. And again, for those of you who are not in a relationship or not meeting anybody, this is choices, this is looking at choices, to be able to look carefully at each choice, see which path you're wanting to go down, and know that each path has its own future events, its own consequences, and you need to select the path with care. The outcome is really important to you right now, and it's the one that you feel most united with, that you feel closest enough to. That is the path that you are wanting and are going to go down. So with the Ace of Cups as well, as I said, in the subconscious position, that's about new beginnings, new emotional beginnings, things happening for you, maybe new ventures, but there is definitely this sense of newness, of wanting to start new things, of having the opportunities come in to start new things for yourselves. And along with the fire of the Page of Wands and the fieriness coming up there, it's really good. There is a lot of offerings coming to you. There's a lot of influences that are becoming available to you. You need to take advantage of them when you see them come up, which is going to achieve greater happiness for you. There's going to be a lot of success in all ways. There's new adventures beginning for you, and it's a great time for you to explore new experiences. And it also suggests that you're going to be pretty successful in any pursuit that you undertake, especially the first couple of weeks of the month. Things are going to start changing for the better on the domestic front as well. So family relationships, friend relationships. A few of you could be moving home, having a change of residence, having a change of where you do business. Again, it can indicate somebody new entering your life. So there's quite a lot of awakening at the beginning of the month for you, or quite a lot of new things coming into your life, and I think that's well due as well, because I think with the Eight of Cups you've done a lot of inner reflection, you've done a lot of changing within, a lot of looking at things, a lot of introspection, changing from the inside out. And I think throughout August, for a lot of you, you started to actually just sort of transform. There was a few sad moments for you during the month of August, but you've made it through, you've come forward, and there's a lot of, again, you've brought in these positive changes. You've brought in wanting to complete things, wanting to complete events, wanting to bring other things to fruition. You're ready to move, you've been ready to move forward and leave the past behind. Some of you could have been involved in some sort of situation that had gotten quite complicated for you. Some of you have cut ties with people, but it's good, because once you've cut ties with them, for some of you, I feel like once you've done that, there's a sense of relief in knowing that you can now move forward without worrying about that person or that situation, and continue just to find peace and inner contentment, which you're finding once you did that at the end of August, I feel, for most of you, which is really good. Now moving on to the Six of Wands, success, triumph, good fortune. You seem to be working so hard, and you're so determined to get through your goals, where you want to be, what you want to do. There's been a lot of changes within you, of attitudes, of thoughts, of ideas, and it's also telling you of a time in the near future, very near future, when you're doing really well, but you have to continue a new phase of hard work to keep hold of what you've already gained, to keep hold of what is there. There's a lot of success coming around for you. This is something that's recognised by people around you as well. This is not merely personal gain that you're getting. This is something that you can share with other people, but you have so much strong energy, vital energy, but you're continually wanting to change things, needing freedom, and you're going to be able to do this the first couple of weeks. You've done a job really well done, and you're seeing the results of your efforts for that, and you've got a newfound confidence. So much energy being put into projects, ventures, relationships, every single area of your life during September for you. You're reaping the rewards in, and you're celebrating, and that's the way it should be, and you've been working towards it, and you're reaping the rewards of that now, which is really good. Now moving on, we've got the Seven of Coins. So yeah, you've put a lot of hard work into it. We can see that. We can see that things are coming to fruition for you. Sometimes with the Seven of Coins, for some of you, it's going to ask you to be a little bit more patient. Maybe some things have come through, but not everything has come through to fruition yet. There are still more decisions to be made. Clear communication is needed. The second half of the month, definitely. But again, it's still positive changes for the better. These are going to affect your income, your personal life. It's time for you to take a break, hopefully during the second half of the month. If you can have a little rest, have have a little break, go away for a few days, get some of that energy that you've put and worked so hard in putting it into everything else. You need to rest a little bit and take some of that energy back again, build it up a little bit again. There may be some delays for some of you around financial stuff at this time, but don't worry, everything's being done in divine timing. Everything's going according to plan, and if it's not your plan, it's the angels and the guides' plan, so have that patience. It's also indicating that for some of you there is still some personal growth to work through. Keep your positive attitude up, keep doing that, and all the positive outcomes for future endeavours will come through to you. Some of you could actually get a windfall through around the second half of the month. It's either gift from a friend, or it's money coming in, or it's a loan that you've arranged, or it's something that you've worked hard towards and the harvest is coming in for that. This is not the windfall in the fact of a scratch card or gambling. This is work that you've put into it. Now it could be a gift from friends or family, but it's because they see what fantastic job you are doing. Take a little bit of a break around this time if you can, around the third week of the month. If you can do that, that will do really well for you. Now there is a little bit of change coming in end of the second week into the third week, maybe for you. There's more, your intelligence, your intuition is very, very high at this point. There's going to be marriages for some of you going on at this point. You may also want to receive maybe advice or something from an older person, probably not even related to you, just somebody older than you who is sort of stood outside looking in on a certain situation within your life and who can see more clearly the steps that maybe you need to get to where you want to be. You're going to want help on that, and somebody might be coming in at that point to help you. But there is still, it's still talking about more choices to be made, about staying on the right path and taking the path that you want as well. And it's also saying again, somebody's coming in to help you. But again, you could be a mentor or a teacher for somebody else, and that could be advice to somebody coming and crying on your shoulder. All sorts of different scenarios. You actually becoming a teacher. There's a certain graduation at this point. You've gone through certain lessons, you've got through things, you've worked hard, you've got the fruits of your labour coming in. You're having a little bit of a break, and it's like you've passed it. You've gone through a lot of tests. You've gone through a lot of tests lately, I feel, a lot of you. And you're feeling more comfortable in yourself. You are a really well-liked person. People love you around you. And you've got no problem sort of sharing your experience with others. Maybe the sharing of experience with others is the teaching part, that you're teaching others that you've done it, you've got to this point, this is the way I've done it, you can do it too. Maybe it's something like that. Some of you, I feel, may be moving jobs into maybe a larger organization with more people working around you. Especially if you work in a very small place at the moment, or maybe a family run place or something. I feel like you're moving on to a bigger, another job or a promotion or something where you're going to be working with a lot more people. And you're going to be a lot more spiritual at this time. I mean, it's called the Faith card in this pack, but it's the Hierophant. So you're going to be learning more or getting more spiritual insights about things, and having that gut instinct, having those aha moments, being able to see more clearly around you, and having this greater spiritual understanding. As long as you keep your thoughts, clear your mind of thoughts that belong in the past, as long as you can do that, this will happen. Now, unfortunately, we've got the Nine of Swords. I think some of you are going to go through a little bit more of an awakening in some respects towards the end of the month. You've been doing so well, and we always know the Wheel of Fortune sort of turns. There's some sort of sad circumstance going to be coming in towards the end of the month. Some pretty sudden, I think, unfortunate events coming in. I don't think this is something that you're expecting. It could be quite sudden that's coming in. And you're worried. You're worried about it. It causes you to have some dark thoughts, maybe a few sleepless nights, some troubles. It's not going to be as bad as you think it is, though. Those swords are not touching that woman in the card, but you may go through a small period of feeling really low, sort of drained energy, needing to rest. Be aware of accidents around 3rd to 4th week of the month. Just be aware of, just make sure that you're being very careful about everything that you do. If you need to do any jobs, if you need to be climbing ladders, if you need, or you've got people around you that are wanting to do, make sure that somebody's with them or they're with you. And please also just stay out the past. I've said that a couple of times, but I feel for some of you, you may have a tendency just to slip back into thoughts of the past towards the end of the month. And after all the hard work and all the success and everything that you're doing and everything that you're striving for and all the things that are happening to you the rest of the month, before that happens, it would be such a shame for that to happen. Forewarned is forearmed. So if you can see this coming up, if there is any way you can divert yourself away from the Nine of Swords, then you can do this. If you get into this situation, it could be that outside circumstances are causing you to worry, and as I said, things are not going to turn out as bad as they seem. Or it could be an internal thing where you have got yourself to a point where you need to rest, and this in turn has made you feel that you're not good enough because you need to rest, which is ridiculous. Everybody needs to rest. Everyone needs to slow down. You cannot keep going at that pace forever. And I think that you will get your strength back again during the rest. If you are feeling very low, what you need to do, it might be things coming up to be cleared, I feel, and it will lift. Happiness will re-enter your life. You will get through it. Just if you're feeling a bit depressed or a bit low, just let these feelings come up for release. Let them come up. Cope. you know, just cope with it, just sort of lie down and think, okay, this, I need to get through this, I need to work through. Just recognize the feelings that you're having, think about why you're feeling like that, why are you feeling low, why do you have anxiety, why do I feel like that, and acknowledge the feelings that you've got in order to get rid of them. The more smoothly you can move through it instead of resisting it, the quicker you will come through that. And it's not as bad as you think it's going to be. It's just going to be a little low point for most of you. We all have ups and downs, and you've had a bloody fantastic month up until that point. So there's a little bit of a slowdown. And it's either outside influences that have caused that, maybe, or it's just you yourself thinking, I'm feeling a bit low, I need to rest. And we're finishing it off with the Three of Pentacles. So once the Three of Pentacles come in, it's about putting your talents, your skills, your abilities, and putting them, what you've learnt, to good use. It's about getting plans into action again so that they will be successful, so you can see that that Nine of Swords is not going to last too long, because before the end of the month, or by the end of the month again, you've jumped back into focusing on your skills, on hard work, on getting your goals done, on putting your thoughts into new goals that you're working forward and striving towards. So it's an extremely busy month for you, extremely busy. Your efforts are going to be well rewarded this month. Long-term rewards coming after a lot of hard work at the end of the month. And again, you're not just helping yourself, you're helping other people around you, and the efforts that you are putting in are being recognized, acknowledged, appreciated. You are being appreciated. So whatever that blip is with the Nine of Swords, it's not going to last long, so don't worry about it. Just go with it and go with the flow. Financial affairs again are going to be absolutely fine, and they're going to blossom. Particularly if you work in a family business as well, that's going to be really, really good. Or you've got your own business because you're putting your own work into it, and there's going to be a lot of personal satisfaction for most of the month, I think, but particularly at the end. You've got a lot of rewards coming to you, not only through material gain, but also through love, through spiritual as well. And again, there's more chance for some of you, promotion, or different ventures as well to go down at the end of the month. Efforts being rewarded, definite recognition. So get creative. You've got a fantastically busy month ahead of you, but also such a productive month as well. So, I mean, good luck to those of you who have got this King of Wands in their life, who are within this love situation. For those of you who are single, it's you. You're putting that love and everything into projects, into business, into different relationships around you, and you're feeling whole, you're feeling that wholeness, and so many opportunities coming through for you if you can see them coming. So be open to them, be open to be able to seeing them, Capricorn, because they are all there for you. Okay, so that was quite a long reading. That was longer than my others. So have a brilliant, productive, fantastic month, and I will speak to you soon. Okay, namaste, blessings and light.